Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Thorell,
And Yaw.
and we're here to present our 445L final project. Our two other team members, Gilad and Chris, could not be here today, so we're just going to be us two. So our project was two handheld gaming systems that connect wirelessly for multiplayer play. So let's get into the hardware design. So the first thing that you might notice is that this one has these AAA batteries and this one doesn't. That's because this one is powered by a 3.7 volt lithium ion cell battery hidden underneath the microcontroller, while this one is just powered by three AAA batteries, which together have 4.5 volts. We're able to supply them with different voltages because we're using a 3.3 volt buck boost regulator to control the voltage into the system. Now on the side of the device we have the power switch, which as you would expect turns it on. We have an LCD screen which displays the game. Underneath it is a SD card reader, which we use to save a lot of the image bitmaps to make room on the microcontroller for the rest of the game. We have these two dials. This one controls the brightness of the screen, and this one controls the volume of the music. The music is played out on this speaker and on this 3.5 millimeter audio jack. For user inputs, we have two push buttons and a 2-axis analog joystick. We have this XP device, which communicates wirelessly to the other device using the IEEE radio standard Zigbee. And we have the TM4C microcontroller, which is the microcontroller that we used for this project. And with that, let's go on to the software design.
Alright, so this is the main menu of the game where you have the option of choosing between the Pokemon game and the Duel game. So the first game that will show off is the Duel game. So the Duel is a strategy multiplayer spaceship game, and then you have an option of choosing between three different spaceships, which each have their own pros and cons. So I'll go ahead and select the spaceship because it's faster. So the goal of Duel is to guess your opponent's location based on the trajectory of the bullets flying across your screen. So you can't see them and they can't see you, but whenever you shoot, it travels onto their screen and they can try to guess where you are. So at the bottom of the screen, you can see your life and your reload rate, which limits the amount of bullets you can shoot at a time. So I'll go ahead and bring this in. And how it works is when they shoot, it flies onto my screen. And if I shoot, it flies onto their screen. So you can move around, dodge bullets, and shoot. So I'll just go ahead and die just to show you the ending screen. Then whenever you die, it lets the winner know who won. It says you won, and if you lose, it just says game over. And then you can press A to play a new game and select between new spaceships.
Alright, we will now begin demoing the Pokemon portion of the game. Now, with Pokemon, there's an element of randomness in all of the attacks, and so in order for both devices to agree on what those random results are, we have to assign one of them the master and one of the devices to be the slave. That way the master can do the calculations, send that data to the slave, and they'll always agree on what those random results are. For the sake of this demo, the other device has been assigned the slave, so we'll make this one the master. Then you load it into the game. There are over 40 different Pokemon implemented in the game. You choose 3 of them, and then that becomes your team for the battle. For this demo, we have chosen the other device to have the 3 starter Pokemon as their roster. That way they should die quickly, and you can see what happens when somebody wins or loses. The last Pokemon we have is Dragonite, so let's choose that one. So now that both devices have chosen their 3 Pokemon, you get loaded into the game, and you choose your attacks as normal. So the master then begins calculating damage and the attacks. It will then, once it's completed the attack, send the result to the slave, and the slave begins displaying the effects of that attack. Then once everything's finished, you go to the second round, and you can continue as you'd expect. We'll switch out for Squirtle there, and he can use Skull Bash. All right, we have over 51 different attacks in the game. I think it's somewhere around 53. And we have moves that can deal damage. As you can see, we have attacks that raise or lower Pokemon stats, like attack and defense, evasiveness, things like that. We also have moves like Explosion that self-destruct, We have moves that heal, moves that give status effects, all sorts of things. I tried to implement as much of the original options into this version as we had in the original. Once the game's over, it tells you if you won, and then you can press B to restart. And then on the other device, it tells you that you lost. And that is Pokemon.
To demonstrate the range of the game, I can see him shooting across my screen, but where is he? Oh, there he is, about 40 to 50 yards away from me. So this has been our presentation of our 445L project. Thank you for watching this video.